Goblin Master, we're glad to have you here. We're going to be playing Shinobi Sultai Fey Shenanigans. We're going to be taking this into a league as a donation deck from the last god, giving us some of those bits earlier. We played this a little bit, and there is a YouTube video up on the YouTube, obviously. So we got that going. Another quick one, though. Got the package today. Maybe last stream with webcam. Maybe not. I have the fix for my camera again. So hopefully we'll have that widescreen. You can see Charles, who's off screen right now. We'll get there soon, though. Anyway, Blitz. Not Blitz. It was for Blitz League. Sultai Shinobi Fey here in Modern. 22 lands, 16 1-drops, 13 2-drops, 5 3-drops, and 4 Shinobis. This list attempts to place a fairy into play, a Spellstutter Sprite, a Bitter Blossom, or an Ice Fang Kotal. Putting one of these evasive flyers into play allows us to attack and get the Ninjutsu with Fallen Shinobi. Fallen Shinobi's Ninjutsu is for 4 mana, but also when it hits, exile 2 cards from your opponent, and you may play them. Very good if your opponent's playing, say, Tron. Anyway, that's the idea. That's what we're going to do. The backup play here is to play Euro, Titan of Nature's Wrath. Good just value from the graveyard. And one thing you'll notice here in the whole 75 is we have no companions. No companions for this one. It is just ninjas, fairies, and backup elder giants with a few snakes. Anyway, to get this going so that we have time for our next league, we'll go ahead and get this into the league and see how we do. Apparently I don't have any play points. Hopefully I have tickets. I do. We're going to play. Here we go. Goblin Master, it's a pleasure to have you here, though, as is Zale, Ender Meep, and all those that are watching and lurking that are not chatting. Thank you. If you're watching this on YouTube, thank you. Likes, subscribes, all that jazz. We'll hit you up with some weird ad later, typical YouTube things. All right. Got the play here. That's always good. Looking for probably 2 lands and some sort of cantrips. Hydrate. Does that count? All right, 1 land here. I have a Fairy Seer and an Astrolabe. This seems doable. We'll keep. Goblin's going to make me drown. It's a Hydrate Reminder. That's what I should put it as. We're going to go get a Snow Covered here. We're going to play a Fairy Seer into play. This will allow us to scribe too, so we can hit that top deck land. Uh-oh. We'll bottom both of these. We need to hit a land. We don't want you to burn all those channel points. You might have another reason for them in the future. Goblin Guide's the opening for our opponent. Going to hit us for 2. If this was only Legacy, you play Eureka and Strix. There's a Fairy Seer under this one as well. Really lacking a whole lot here. I kind of want a cantrip with the Astrolabe. This Euro is really good to have against the matchup, but I've got to hit some draws here. Let's go ahead and try to cantrip into our land. If I do, I get to probably play this Seer down as well, even if it's a shock. Land? Nice. Okay. Now, I do have the Astrolabe. We could theoretically just go get a forest here. And if we get the forest, then I can still play the Seer, and then we have the Ice Fang Kotals next. Let's do this. You're a fan of blue-black ninjas in Legacy? Maybe that's something we do in our future. Let's scry 2. Definitely want to land on top for Euro here. I mean, the Spellstutter Sprite's not bad. It's not great, but it would counter a spell. I'm definitely putting the Ice Fang on the bottom. Let's put the Spell Stutter Sprite on top, and let's go ahead and hit for 1. The heck? And we'll pass the turn. I would like to hold that up, counter something, or just Ice Fang at end step here. Probably going to get hit for a Bolt or a Searing Blaze and get in for 2. There's a Swift Spear. Okay. Although we put the card on top, the Goblin Guide will be revealing it. Maybe a reason not to worry about that. We might make them play a little bit funny, too. We could block some damage here. It's probably not bad. It's on Minecraft? Thank you. I will switch that. Good catch. Should be updated. Appreciate it. Alright, we'll block one of these. Block one of these. Take our top deck here. We also have the Abrupt Decay, which is an option. Wookiees Chamberlain. Thank you for the sub. Oh yeah, 5 months. What's hanging? Welcome to the Wolfpack. Look at that. They're on track tonight. Check it out. Check it out. Alright, well, I'm going to go ahead and pass the turn here. Like I said, I could Ice Fang here to block the Goblin Guide. I have the Spell Stutter Sprite in the future, which I kind of like. I don't necessarily want to lose this Fairy Seer. Wouldn't mind throwing a Spell Stutter Sprite here to counter something. This is reasonable to counter. I don't see any reason not to. Let's do it. What's up, Ender Meep? Counter. It's 3 damage I'm saving, plus probably a double chump block, and if we top deck that land, I can start gaining some life. If we miss the land drop, I can at least Abrupt Decay here. Might even double block Goblin Guide here. Oh gosh, another Goblin Guide. Maybe I'll get double triggers here and help with the arrow. Oh boy. Look at all this damage coming in. Can we take 6? It's a Force of Negation. This is awful. What's up, Odysseus? How you doing? Alright, we're going to go ahead and kill 1 here. Then I have the Abrupt Decay. I have an Ice Fang as well, but we'll probably remove something this coming turn. I'm going to take 6 here, go to 8. We have the Force of Negation to protect, and then the Abrupt Decay. And then we'll have a Goblin Guide trigger as well to hopefully draw something. Just finished my last exam for the semester for your batches. Of course, your scanner didn't want to work. What did you need your scanner for? To scan in your exam? You had it like written out. By the way, we just needed a 3rd land for this game to probably open up. Just need that 3rd land. Ugh. Lucky for us, we're only taking 4 this turn. I don't know if that's lucky or not. It's a lot of damage still. Trigger from the Goblin Guide. Land, please. Oh my gosh. No land. What's up, Uncle DB? Download the exam sheet and scan and send it to the professor. 6 other exams with no issues. The last one, all of a sudden, doesn't work. That's kind of a bummer. So we'll Abrupt Decay this time. Maybe the Ice Fang code will make sense to draw the card here. We're going to take 2. I'm going to Force Negation something here. You just want to chill, hang out? They know this Force. They're going to wait until our turn. They're not going to wait until our turn. A Rift Bolt. That's fine. Followed by a Rift Bolt. I can force one of these. I can then block one of these guys. I guess I'll go ahead and play this, hoping to hit my land drop here. What's up, Sir Eccles? I think I'm good. 3 me. I'm at 3. I'm just going to concede, guys. I haven't hit a land in scries, and so we fetch. We scried 2 and drew an extra card off Ice Fang. I don't know what's happening there. Collective Brutality's in. This comes in for the Bitter Blossoms plus 1 other card. At this point, we probably could just get rid of Noble Hierarch based on how that game went. That was atrocious. That was atrocious. It was a rough game 1. And we had Euro in hand. It couldn't hit the 3rd land by the 6th turn. Extra draw. Scry. We drew with the Astrolabe. I mean, come on. Come on. Alright, let's play first. Does this deck not want to draw the lands? Mulligan. Alright, alright. We got something here. We can keep this. We will probably ditch the polluted delta. One less thing to worry about here. Damaging us. I say this, I ditch a land and know full well I will not get another land. I did not watch any Absent Human Pioneer deck. I haven't been paying attention to much Pioneer lately. Opponent's mulled to 5. Apparently Moto's just ruining everybody's lives here tonight with the lands. This is a decent hand though. We got the basic swamp. We'll have the basic... probably make blue here. We have 2 Astrolabes here and then Ice Fang Codal. We don't have to take any damage for forever. Draw our card, pass the turn. Oh, an Astrolabe. I forgot to reveal Urian. You're right. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Click him. I missed him. The need to make a land companion. There you go. There you go. I was thinking that they could theoretically reprint dual lands, but they can only be from the sideboard. And then have some sort of interaction where you can get fetches that can fetch main deck and sideboard. Be kind of crazy. Just go through these Astrolabes here. Maybe I find a Fatal Push. The answer is no, but apparently I've got all my colors now. All right. We have the Great Shinobi. The Great Shinobi. The Titan of Nature's Wrath. And a Ice Fang Codal. We're also mana fixed completely here. So we'll have no mana problems for the rest of this game and don't have to take any damage off lands because I have some basics here. See, Endermeat, but the interesting thing is... Wow, we draw another land. The interesting thing is that you would end up... What you would end up doing is you'd sacrifice a sideboard slot to take a little bit less damage. And to me, that made sense. Riftbolt suspended. For some reason, that made sense. I think I just want to play Euro here while they're tapped out. Get another land into play and then play Noble Hierarch here. I'll take a few more points of damage here. Euro Master. Euro Master. Dang. Hitting all the lands. There could be an argument to having played the Polluted Delta to fetch a basic as well, and that way we get Euro closer to being online. We may just simply chump block here with Noble Hierarch as well so that we can fuel Euro and gain that life back. Anytime my opponent is tapped out, I'll be definitely tempted to take the turn off, even if it's not mana efficient to play Euro because of the life gain. Rift bolts us down to 16. Got a Grim Lavamancer and a Goblin Guide. What you got? If they do nothing here and give us the opportunity to attack, there's a part of me that would actually just like to have the Noble Hierarch be Shinobi'd. And now that I know a Fatal Push is coming, I kind of want to give this a full in go for it here. Don't block here. Attack with Noble after the Grim Lavamancer and potentially hit with Shinobi. Skewer. Do one more. Do one more, please. Alright, let's lead with this Fatal Push. See what they want to do with Grim Lavamancer. This is a great target anyway. I fully expect them to shoot me. They might shoot Noble Hierarch, though. If they do, we'll be a mana efficient here and float the mana. Because then we can just play Shinobi. Now we can just play Shinobi. Which I think is what I want to do here. It's a big body to beat. It's a big body to beat. There he is. Are these new sound effects, or am I just not used to hearing them? Probably not used to hearing them. The sound effects were updated not that long ago, so they may still be fairly new to a lot of folks. They do weird little dings and other things that I'm just not super thrilled with, but path. Well, I have a basic forest left, thankfully. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ironically, I can't play Euro out at the moment. Hitting for 2. Fetch land lets me do that now. Fetch land lets me do that, and I almost don't even have to worry about taking the damage. I can do 4 here, then Ice Fang as well as a blocker. I'm going to be at 8. I'm aware of my boomer status. That being said, WTF does Pog mean? I mean, I know what Pogs are. Pogs and Slammers, man. Pogs and Slammers. This feels good. Just like 3 mode this. 1, 2, 3, and just ditch the 2 lands here. Leave myself with Ice Fang and be able to play Euro. Look at this. This is some sweet value. I'm gonna snag something here, gain a little bit of life, kill this. I guess I'll take Lightning Helix. Gains them some life. They have a random bolt available to them. And I don't really care what's in my graveyard, so we're gonna eat it all. Gain some life. Up to 13. Draw a card. PogChamp is kind of like, yeah, let's go. Oh my gosh, amazing. It's kind of what it's like. Nice. Had the Ice Fang coming, we're gonna gain 3 and then attack them. They had a Lightning Bolt only. Sideboard looks good. Let's go into game number 3. But yeah, PogChamp is kind of like virtual high five. You go up to PogChamp, yeah, and you like running around and you be high fiving everybody, cheering. Kind of that. It's an exclamation. So sort of like that. I see Dos Equis guys talking about some good deck building somewhere. Us? Them? Both of us? I kind of want a third Euro. The Euro's been really good in the deck in general. And maybe one less Noble Hierarch. This hand's reasonable. We have an Abrupt Decay to remove something. Assassin's Trophy's not as good, and we have the Ice Fang. No life gain, but you have to remember we don't actually have that much. We just happen to be drawing Euro each time. I'll keep this. Goblin Guide. Lead with an Astrolabe. We could also draw a Fatal Push. That'd be good. Fairy Seer. We'll probably skip on that one. Probably skip on that one. We'll just start with an Astrolabe here. Astrolabe, we'll do it off a Swamp. That way I've got this Abrupt Decay. It could, except Astrolabe, Fairy Seer didn't do that for us in game number 1. This is just a raw draw here. Spellstutter Sprite's actually a really nice pickup here. We can then Abrupt Decay this coming turn, the following turn Fairy Seer with Spellstutter Sprite up. Double block. Counter something at 1 or 2. It's like running through a line of high-fiving parents at the end of a Pee-wee football game. Maybe not quite like that. Not quite. That would be like cheering kind of thing. PogChamp's like amazed. Got to think of it as like amazed. All right, bonus Fairy Seer here. We could double down on Fairy Seers now. Probably wait to Abrupt Decay though. Take one more Goblin Guide. Yeah. A bit like that.
Like this.
A bit like that. Yep, yep. That works. I'd be like, whoa, bits, PogChamp. Sort of like that. I'm trying to explain it. I'm trying. That's a good way of putting it. That's a good way of putting it, Jackalope. Not bad. You just gotta look at the expression. You gotta look at this. Gotta look at that expression. He's like, wow, that's amazing. It's fetch and response. I always think of it when you have exactly one card that would win you the game and you draw exactly that card. That's called luck. That's called luck. Alright, we're going to take this hit here and play the Abrupt Decay. My opponent's probably close to getting us this game. We're just going to take a little too much damage, it looks like. Yeah, Luck Sack, that's what that is. Zale's got it covered. Best thing for them to do here would be like Boros Charm me, and then I get to kill the Goblin Guide. Shoot, it's an Eidolon. Alright. We'll Abrupt Decay, we'll have the Eidolon in play. That's not very good for us. That hurts us a lot. Not to mention the Assassin's Trophy's real awkward with it, because it'll give them an extra land here, especially now that they have an extra land. Countering things hurts us. I hate not being able to play my fairies now, but I can't randomly take a bunch of damage. I have to just hope their hand is just full of, I don't know what. They don't fetch. Yeah, the weird promo one. He's got a headache. He's got a headache. I'm taking 2 either way. Awkward. Giving them a land. It's not the best removal. For sure. Well, I can play 2 fairies down, then Spell Stutter this coming turn. If we live that long. I'm wondering if they have just a bunch of Searing Blazes here. The way they're not really doing anything. 2 mana spell. Helixes me. And bolt. And bolts me. I'm at 3. I'm gonna play into two Searing Blazes, aren't I? Well, we're not winning by doing nothing. Not winning by doing nothing. Oh, I like both of these. Put on top, put on top. I definitely like both. I can't Ice Fang and then get that Collective Brutality, otherwise I would go ahead and give it a shot. We put both on top anyway. And we'll do the same again. I would like to be able to cast Collective Brutality and have the Spell Stutter Sprite up. We'll see though. I have a feeling I've played straight into a Searing Blaze. They won't do this. They're going to go to their turn. They're going to attempt Searing Blaze number 1 after fetch, and then attempt Searing Blaze number 2. I don't think there was much we could do though. Goblin Guide though. I can chump block that. That is chump blockable. And a chump block's not bad because I have the kill spell on top. There she be, Collective Brutality. Easy chump block. Easy chump block. Gotta keep this for the counter on 2. Uh-oh. Now we're fetching. Tap it in. Yeah, tap it in. Yeah, Searing Blaze me. Blaze me. Bam. Counter. I'm gonna lose the 1 fairy here. That's okay, though. Okay. So theoretically, I could leave up Ice Fang, but I'm not going to. We're gonna. If I 2-mode this, I just gain the life. Do you 3-mode the Brutality? If I 3-mode the Brutality, we do clear the hand if it has something. And then we're just drawing a Spell Stutter Sprite. I can probably attack safely for 2. I want to like leave this here though. I could also probably just wait a turn here, throw the Ice Fang in front and draw the Spell Stutter as well. I could 2-mode leaving the Goblin Guide where it's at. Two-mode land and then I can chump block with the Ice Fang. I kind of like that. No, the Ice Fang's drawing a Spell Stutter Sprite. If I Codal and they have 2 spells here, I die. I think I need to clear the hand. Love to 3-mode this. I'm going to 2-mode here. We're going to gain life, and we're going to make them reveal. I'm going to ditch Misty. We'll leave Ice Fang up to block Goblin Guide. We'll gain a little bit of life here, and we'll see what the card is. Hopefully Searing Blaze or something like that I get to take. Then we can throw Ice Fang in front of Goblin Guide and pick up our creature before the trigger. Bridge! What? We have a bridge. What am I supposed to do about that? That's not better. They just slap bridge down, empty their hand, and then we have to somehow get rid of it. And we're not going to be attacking. Yeah, the bridge got a card out of me. At least we know it's bridge, I suppose. Alright, before the Goblin Guide trigger, I'm going to put the Ice Fang into play. That way, if there's some... They won't see this card. They'll have no idea what this is. And the hope here is that maybe they have a Searing Blaze and they just want to remove this or something. So I'll draw this card. They'll have no idea what it is. Get the Goblin Guide trigger. This has Death Touch. We have a Fallen Shinobi come in. Block. What I wouldn't give for this Fallen Shinobi to smack them in the face. 3 mana. Bridge. Alright. I don't get to counter it. But, no. Stop playing things. Rift Bolt. Rift Bolt suspended. Well, guess I'll counter the Rift Bolt when it comes down. See, now they're empty-handed. So now I need a removal spell for the bridge at some point. But this is an easy counter. We won't lose a fairy. 3 damage to face. Don't want that happening. They obviously know about the Fallen Shinobi, so they'll do anything and everything not to have a card in hand. It'd be crazy if I got to attack. Rest in peace. Okay, so our other win condition's now hosed as well. It's Red Burn Prison. Well, gain 3. Is that what we're doing here? Gain 3 because the first card I want to get rid of is this bridge. I get to draw a card here as well. Start digging. Sprite's not bad. Another counter spell, buying us time. No attacks, pass turn. 2 mana, 3 mana. Cast something that draws a card, please. Please. Just once. One time. Just hard cast. Hard cast the Rift Bolt. Let's go. Alright, well, let's draw. I think we have another decay. Yeah. Should. Force negation. We'll just pass the turn here. Pretty sure we have one more. If we don't, then it will get awkward. 3 mana, a skewer. We'll sprite that. Sprite it away. They're also at 7 minutes. We could run them out of the clock if I gain enough life over the course of this game. Put this into play, tap, pass turn. I don't remember if I do or not. I thought the deck had 2 Decays main, 1 Assassin's Trophy, but maybe it doesn't. Maybe it doesn't. Astrolabe. Draw, draw, draw. I mean, they're not going to burn me out anytime soon, that's for sure. No Eidolons, please. No Eidolons. Goblin Guide's fine. That's not going to attack me. Noble Hierarch's kind of interesting. Noble Hierarch is kind of interesting. Enough Noble Hierarchs and we can attack under bridge. Just saying. Alright, let me double check that I have a second decay here. If I do, I do have 2 decays in the deck, and we've used 1. So this would be worth a Force of Negation. I know it's not burning me out, but this gives me the opportunity to draw the cards we need. We got to give ourselves an opportunity. Ice Fang. Ice Fang. Swamp. Another Noble does wonders here too. Exalted 2 would get around Goblin Guide. Exactly. Play to my outs. We're trying. Helix. I think I'm willing to go ahead and force a negation this as well. Come on, Noble. Polluted Delta pass the turn. There's no way they let that Noble Hierarch get past that Goblin Guide. No way. They know what card I have. I probably should have held Polluted Delta. Bonus Rest in Peace. That's a dead draw. We're not trying to win that way anymore. Although I'll take another Euro as a cantrip and a life gain spell. That's pretty good. Let's get going, people. I can attack with the Noble Hierarch. We can put Fallen Shinobi in. Maybe hit a few burn spells so they don't get those. We'll return this. We can always play it back out. Ninjutsu. Time walk plus a draw. That's true. And we're going to hit them. Not that the Shinobi's always going to get under, but this shortens the clock too. Play a Swift Spear here. I want to play the Searing Blaze. They don't have a target, though, for me. I want to hit this. 1 damage to target player or planeswalker, and 1 damage to target creature that player or that planeswalker controls. Can I target them and then target my creature? Searing Blaze deals 3 damage to target to that player or planeswalker and 3 damage to that creature instead. I just wanted to try it, Zale. Can't I break the rules of Magic briefly? 2 targets must be from my opponent, too. Alright. Did they just... oh, they almost F6 through their turn. We get a chance to attack here? They let me draw? Oh, let me go to combat. No! Yes, please. Yes, please. I'll hit you for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 damage. What did they draw? Destroy target enchantment? I don't know. What could they... oh, shoot. It's a Searing Blaze. That's what it is. They're hoping to top deck what they need here, which is that land. This is going to be Searing Blaze. Oh, it's a Skewer. No! Dang it. So they held a Skewer because it was sorcery speed, and they forgot probably that was sorcery speed. Misty, Breeding Pool, Astrolabe into Ice Fang, into a bonus couple Nobles. There's another Nature's Wrath, Force Negation. Where was that? Where was it? There's the Abrupt Decay. We had a little ways to go. We needed them to miss for a long time. Ah. It's alright. If we would have expected the bridge, what I could have done is Ice Fanged and then done the bridge, countered the bridge. But I didn't expect a burn opponent to bring in bridge against us. I just thought they'd have Paths and Searing Blazes, Searing Bloods, things like that. Anywho. Opponent takes us down. We're going to game number 2. Or, sorry, match number 2. Playing some of this Shinobi. Sultai Ninja Fae. In Modern. Alright. This hand looks good. Considering our luck with drawing lands, I will take 4 lands here. Swamp from our opponent, and an Inquisition. Dealer's choice here. You may take anything. Would you like that card? Would you like that card? Would you like... Oh, Euro goes straight to the bin. Straight to the bin. Alright, Polluted Delta, pass the turn. They don't know about Misty. We'll organize our cards like this so they don't have a clue. Basic Swamp with the Inquisition. Maybe it's Rack. Maybe Mono Black Devotion. No Luris was defined as well. Green Black. Astrolabe. It's the mirror, guys. It's clearly the mirror. Non-creature. They get our Fatal Push. I guess I'll take a Breeding Pool here. I know about all the cards in our hand, so. There's an Astrolabe. Let's go ahead and leave Ice Fang up here, not let them know about the Astrolabe. Euro's already in the graveyard, and there's not too many 3-drops in the deck. So if we can just get like an Ice Fang into play, we'll be probably clear to play our Astrolabe plus a 2-drop coming up. Well, that's not a very good sign. Liquid Metal Coating. What's that mean? I don't feel very good about this 4-drop coming up. Can I get a Force of Negation? Woo! I'm not a luck sack. Nope. Karn coming up? It smells like Karn. Magic's easy, exactly. No problem. They have no idea about this either. Land drop Karn, go for it. Yes, land. Well, they're gonna take it anyway. Do I just force it to prevent them from seeing what else they've got? I guess I do. What's up, Brian? Let's do a little shocking in here too. They're gonna take my Force of Negation anyway, so let's just nail it. Let's just nail it off. Misty Rainforest will be played. Shutting down Watery Grave here. What am I playing against? They take me off black. We don't hardly have any black. Our deck's blue-green. Fairy Seer. We can't play Euro yet. That's fine. We'll start with an Astrolabe here. We can do the Seer next and then another, the Misty as well. Fallen Shinobi. It's always good. Make blue here. Oops. Let's go ahead and set up something nice. Something nice to draw. Bottom, we'll put the Spell Stutter on top. It's a good draw here. And we'll probably swing for a point of damage. This coming turn, I have Fallen Shinobi possibilities. I have Spell Stutter as a potential counter, and I have Euro out of the yard. Yeah, with a Liquid Metal Coating, it may be difficult for us to get up to 4 or 5 mana. Demonstration right here. Destroy target artifact, scry 2. What have I run into? What have I run into? Silent Return, thank you for the follow. Land drops would be appreciated. I mean, luckily my creatures are evasive. If they're gonna just keep killing things, fine. I'm just gonna start smacking their face around here. I think generally speaking, I actually want the Fallen Shinobi to come into play before Euro. On the off chance I hit a remove artifact, destroy artifact, and I'll hit this liquid metal coating. This is it's an oddball one. Turns my forest into a destroyable. Destroy a target artifact or enchantment. You may put a land card from your hand onto the battlefield. Well, I will attempt to counter this. Broken Bond. Count. If they want to blow up another land, that's fine with me. It's not really fine. This is actually getting slightly annoying. Hits for 2. I'll take the 2. I'm not worried about that. Come on, land drop. We got some Shinobis to get in here. We got some Shinobis. Yes. Woo! I can get a basic here too. Let's go. Let's punch in for some damage. Boom. Ninjutsu. Let's make some black mana. And I think I want to pick up probably like a Spell Stutter Sprite. Spell Stutter countering something in the future might be very good. We're hitting for 7 anyway. We'll be hitting for a little bit more with the next Fallen Shinobi. And I'm hoping this does connect. I could have picked up the Seer on the off chance they have like an Assassin's Trophy. But being land destruction, I don't presume they would do that. Come on, Artifact Destruction. What is this? I can't play these. I played my land for the turn. Rude. I didn't hit an artifact destruction spell. I thought that's the whole thing here. 2 whole years. 24 months. Welcome back, Evan. How's it going? Uh-oh, Simian Spirit Guide. 2 whole years. Oh, what is this? What is this? I don't play prison, and what are people doing? You should have attacked first, opponent. Well, I hit a Vista. I don't really want to take this much damage. Let's draw another card. Obviously, I don't have Spellstutter Sprite up at the moment. But hopefully this will change here. Well, I don't have it up again. So now I need to find my Abrupt Decays. 2 in the main. We'll get there. We'll get there. This is from Last God. It's a donation list. I told Last God I'd be playing it today. He's, I guess, not able to watch. But he said I could play it whenever and he'd watch maybe the VOD. Alright, a little Astrolabe action. We'll probably leave double Spell Stutter Sprite up here. He's not here. I don't need to leave 2, do I? I don't need to. Let's go further here. Into the depths we go. Alright. Faster. They destroy and play artifacts. Exactly. What a strange person here. A lot of them look to be 1 and 2 drops as well. That's why I'm okay with just playing 1 Spell Stutter Sprite. Uh-oh. Sure. Have at me, Simian Spirit Guide. They're lucky they have this Astrolabe. I mean, I guess they can exile it too, but... I'm telling you, Karn is somewhere in this list. I can feel it in my bones. Polluted Delta. I guess I'm going to be cracking this Waterlogged Grove here. Alright, apparently I'm not doing anything. Pass the turn. By the way, we're up about 2 minutes because we know how to play Prison. My opponent. They're learning. I mean, if they kill Shinobi, I'm not wasting a Spell Stutter on this. Sure. You can do that. That's fine. I've got more of these dudes. You may kill Fallen Shinobi. Completely fine. Undeniably fine. See? It's totally fine. Who needs a Fallen Shinobi anyway? Not this guy. That's just silly. Alright, I have one basic in my deck still for that fetch land, which is the only basic. You have pairs, 2/2/2, by the way. We've got the playset of Astrolabes guiding us. Opponent's got a land drop here. We can have 6. Gonna be saving time looking for our Abrupt Decay to finish this game out. Might even get to double Fallen Shinobi, and that would be nuts. That would be nuts. We'll see. They're obviously not really wanting to go after lands. They can't really go after Euro. Land drop for opponent, F6 through their turn. We'll find our card eventually. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. I can Fatal Push something that's really bothersome here. All these are 3 drops, by the way. 3 drop a bonus Ensnaring Bridge. Do I play 2 Spellstutter Sprites down to counter this? Probably. It doesn't feel very good to do this, but it's probably the right thing to do. Because we're strictly just looking for 1 spell to remove this. I don't want it to have to be 2 spells. Fairy Seer, hopefully this will let me dig for that Abrupt Decay. Double Noble is kind of interesting. So it's kind of interesting. I don't think it's worth it here. It gets under the bridge, but that's not really what I want to be doing here. I think I want to be digging more. So I'd have double Exalted here. They just double block, and then I lose 1, and that's not very good. I would need a way to cycle or remove something else. I think it's just dig. We have 2 decays. There's another liquid metal coating. They said all they need is a second Astrolabe, apparently. Why do they need a second Astrolabe? I have no idea. Alright, I have a counter for the next spell. Not a bad thing, I suppose. Turns Euro into an artifact. I'll let this die because then I get to replay it. They get a Scry 2 here, but I can counter something big at this point. I can counter up to 5. Not really seeing a reason not to use Euro as a cantrip here. Why not, right? Ice Fang's a decent cantrip as well. Let's do the more expensive one here. More expensive, and if I hit a land, I guess I'm putting it in either way. Doesn't really matter what I'm tapping because I have 4 Astrolabes here. Bitter Blossom is not what I want to be playing, so we'll just pass on this. Still can't counter Spectral Procession, though. But you know what? I'll probably just send it out. Send it out. Alright, they got a second Astrolabe. They said that's all they needed. It's all they needed, everyone. What are they targeting? Euro again? All right, yeah, sure. Fine. That's fine. And that's fine. Just gonna let this go. We're basically just looking for a way to kill bridge. Maybe they're just saying they needed a second Astrolabe because the second Astrolabe gives them the ability to cast everything in their deck, perhaps? I kind of want to fire off this Fatal Push. I'll fire off the Fatal Push. Put something in the graveyard for me while getting value as well. I might be able to cantrip with Euro here in a moment. In a moment's notice. Alright, now we have a Force. I'll just pass a turn. Sprite and Force up. Just looking for one card to unlock this game. A land drop for our opponents. They'll be passing back to us. We draw. Prismatic Vista. I'm going to go ahead and do this. It allows me to play Euro Titan, which is another cantrip. Gains me some life too. Guess we'll just leave up double Spell Stutter Sprite. We have 17 cards left. I have a Decay left, right? Yeah, we haven't even hit a Decay this game. Oh. Oh. They haven't done anything here. Misclick. We'll humor the misclick. We'll humor it because it just burns more time. I'll just good guy Monday no jams here. We'll pass because our hand is absolute light up crazy. Besides, I want to see what else they're doing. A relic. Sure. That's fine. Don't care. Good guy Monday, no jams. Watch, they're gonna draw a land here. If they draw a land here, it's a land, isn't it? Do I let them just like, you know, we just dirtle with them? I'll respect that they be empty-handed. Not more because I'm just kind of curious. I've noted in the chat that I have an out. And I'm just saying I'm just curious what you're doing. I mean, I want to double Shinobi. That's what I want to do. That's what we're planning to do. I could get frisky with Noble Hierarchs here soon too anyway. We know 2 are at the bottom. I'm playing with my food, yes. I'm respecting they said misclick. It's Simian Spirit Guide. Exile. Nice. Alright. Cool. F6. Is there something wrong with that, Pajama Slam? Checkmark boy? Got a problem with that? I told them I have an out. I told them I have an out. That is their decision to continue to play. I've respected that they wanted to continue to play and they misclicked. They said they're my goal. That's what they've said so far. I mean, if I... They said they're planning to mill me out. That means I'm going to draw my out to bridge. Guaranteed. Time to side in Emrakul. If I found second in Snaring Bridge? No. Counter, counter, counter. Blow up, blow up. Look, I'm getting rid of Shinobis. They're useless now. Should be getting rid of Fatal Pushes. It's all good, though. It's all good. Show me the Abrupt Decay. Surprising we've had to go this far down into the deck. Bleh. Bleh. Not missing them, right? They're somewhere, right? There's a relic. That's fine. That's fine. You know, Evan, you would appreciate this too. You know, what are they doing? They're killing Euro? That's fine. That's fine. Kill Euro. Euromeister. I kind of don't want the Euro in play because if I'm attacking by accident with it, I'll end up drawing and probably losing the game. Because the same result, Ender Meat. Nothing was sacrificed, so it just goes to the graveyard anyway. Like here, I can cast a push. We can do that for funsies. But last turn, it wouldn't have done anything. It goes to the graveyard anyway. Abrupt Decay? We'll dig for Abrupt Decay. It's somewhere in the deck. We know that. There it is. Hee found it. One, two, three, four, 1, 2. I don't get to double Shinobi, unfortunately. No extra Shinobi here. What are we doing? What did they target? They went after my land. No. Abrupt. Spell Sputter. If you would have cast the last push, you could have attacked with this Noble this turn. No, because there was nothing triggered Revolt. Nothing triggered Revolt that previous turn. Alright, we have the Abrupt Decay. We're going to finish the game here. Oh no, they're lagging a lot. This isn't good. It's not good for them. It's an interesting deck, though, that's for sure. Alright, in we go. Whoosh. We did it. Block by block. I'm going to play this Fallen Shinobi as well, because then I get to pick up a Spell Stutter Sprite. And they already know about the Shinobis. It gives me an extra counter in case they had like a weird fog thing from like Exile. From Exile. Alright, so. Artifact Destruction here. I guess Thoughtseize is what I want to be doing. I didn't see anything that went to the graveyard that I'm too worried about. Probably just an Assassin's Trophy. Collect Brutality. I don't know. Probably just need as many threats as possible. Bitter Blossom seems a little bit sketchy. Fatal Pushes aren't doing anything this game, it appears. Probably just Bitter Blossoms and Fatal Pushes out and just bring Thoughtseize Assassin's Trophy and look to strip out the bridge or strip out something at the very beginning of the game and then use our ways to destroy the bridges and just get in with all of our creatures. Alright, I'll try it. This hand's reasonable. I'll go get a Breeding Pool. Misty Rainforest, play the Noble Hierarch. We'll have the Spell Stutter Sprite up pretty quickly for a 1-drop, not necessarily a 2 or 3-drop. And then I have the Abrupt Decay as well. Oh boy. Okay, a little bit of Leyline of Anticipation, I see. We didn't see that last time. Well, this will be interesting. Ooh, a Shinobi. A Shinobi, eh? Breeding Pool. We won't go get any of our basic lands. They have fields that we saw, and we don't need them currently with the Astrolabes not in hand. We'll play a little bit of a ramp. A little bit of ramp here. A little bit ironic that they have an anticipation they can play on our turn. They can play on our turn, and so our force of negations are actually kind of poor. There's the liquid metal coating. We've got this online, it appears. Play a Noble Hierarch, and we'll pass the turn with the Spell Stutter Sprite open. If it's something I can't counter, we can just do Ice Fang, and that's very similar to what Astrolabe would have been doing for us. If we hit the land, I can then swing with Ice Fang here and get the Shinobi down and possibly pick off their liquid metal coating. Hooking up the breeding pool here. It's a 2-drop. Can't do anything about that. If I hit the land, we're good. We're going to go get a Watery Grave here, I think. That way I'm guaranteed to Shinobi here if I hit any land. This guy's deck is a bit interesting. Alright, we hit our land drop, so we're going to get the Shinobi here. I'm not going to worry about this Thoughtseize. Pick up Ice Fang, gives us a redraw as well, and then begins to put a clock on them. It's unfortunate we don't get these exalted on the Shinobi. But like I said, I'm hoping for a destruction spell here. And destroy the liquid metal coating will be the hope. They have a lot of destroy artifacts, so here we go. Spin the wheel. Our own liquid metal coating. We also get to our own Astrolabe. Yay. Look, I have a liquid metal coating too. The future is bright. So if they play bridge, I get to Abrupt Decay and attempt to get this liquid metal coating again with their cards, not my cards. I presume this would hit Fallen Shinobi if they were going to do anything. Cantrip with Relic? Inquisitions me. I would take Abrupt Decay here, probably. You know what's funny is with the liquid metal coating, theoretically, if I hit a land destruction spell, the artifacts, I could nail their own forest here. We could go after them the way they are going after us. These are options to us. Let's swing. Let's swing for 7. Swing for 7. I don't know, Abrupt Decay something? Give me some goodies. Give me some goodies. Well, I get to duress them. I get to see what's up there. Duress. Ensnaring Bridge and a creature. We'll play another liquid metal coating here. I'm going to play the Seer down. Scry. Put these on bottom. Suppose I could Thoughtseize away that last card here. And we're good to go. Got a counterspell up. Counterspell on 2 or less. We got it covered. We'll go ahead and just counter it so they don't get their draw. Should be good. Look at all these cool things we own. Look at them. Hydrate. No, I own them now. See, Zale, we own these. What's funny is I only can attack for 7 here too. The reason we own these, Zale, is because we're about to completely eliminate my opponent here. Ironically, I can't get 1 more point of damage here. Evan's gonna say I'm playing with my food. Oh, 2 lands. New anti-rule? Exactly. New rule. There's a relic. Relic. I really wanted to hit an artifact destruction spell and this liquid metal coating the snow covered forest here. Would have been a blast. What are you talking about? I drank a drink. They said mill me out, Zale. Those were their words. Oh my gosh, you people. I guess it's just milling. That's kind of why I wanted to play a little longer with this opponent. Oh, you people. I'm gonna get rid of the hydrate button soon. You guys are supposed to just help me like hydration bot. All right, we take that one too. Oh. Gonna give him water poisoning. Oh my gosh, people. It just says hydrate. What if I claim that I was hydrated? I am full of fluids. Happily hydrated. Doesn't say take a drink. It just says hydrate. Sandstorm Salvation's our next opponent. I'm hydrated. I mean, nothing claims I've got to take a drink. This hand looks good-ish. We'll keep it. There's an Obosh over there. We're going to regret it. But I'm going to get this Shinobi going. Ah. It does, doesn't it, Goblin? It does, doesn't it? We're not gonna worry about the semantics of what the channel points represent here. No Fatal Push, so I can't nail this turn 1 here. It's an Arbor Elf. We're gonna put the Polluted Delta into play. Gonna go get that basic as well. Got a Force of Negation. This is good for us. We can force something real nasty here. 3-drop. Utopia Sprawl. Exiled. Get out of here, Stomp. Denied. We're gonna go get an Overgrown Tomb now. I fear no Blood Moon. I fear no Blood Moon whatsoever. Ice Fang's available. Spellstutter Sprites are available. Spellstutter Sprite's gonna need to go to 3 though. Regular size, Jesse. What's up? Oh my gosh, Hydrate. You guys are just trolling me now. Why are you being so rude to me? Attacks for 1. Sure. Let's trade. Or attempt to trade. We beat Obosh. All they know is we have forces and Shinobis. Drink, you people. Bring some Collective Brutalities in, perhaps. Where's our companion? We don't need one. Not empty. Gotcha. Gotcha. I want these Collective Brutalities in. Just 2. Just 2. 1 Noble out. 1 Bitter Blossom out. That can's not empty. Thank you very much. I would never do that to you. We have a Twitch... By the way, notice that we got semi-trolled here about the whole hydrate extra from regular size Jesse, and not a single Wolfpack member threw up any, I repeat, any howls. I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed. By the way, we're slamming Bitter Blossom here. There you go. Oh, that doesn't count. That doesn't count. All right, make some red mana. We're gonna go get that basic black. Oh, what a draw too. If we didn't have Force of Negation, we could play the Elk. The Elk. What if I just let this resolve here, this Blood Moon, and just go, I don't care. It's not a Blood Moon. It's not a Blood Moon. I care. The 5/5 Elk that needs no double pip cards main deck? Oh. I see. I'm gonna play this Bitter Blossom past turn. We could. Force of Negation is really good, though. Pretty good. No 4-drop here. Giganta. It's the one that they play in Storm. It's the one that they throw into Storms every now and then. But yeah, I think Force of Negation's too good in the match because you're trying to do things with like Fallen Shinobi and protect it. Another Kitchen Finks. Double Kitchen Finks is going to be a bit of a problem. Alright, we're down to 16. Gonna have another Bitter Blossom here. At least I have an Ice Fang Codal. I can Ice Fang and Fatal Push. Get something cleared. Plus Force of Negation backup. 5 mana. Great Obosh. Stomp. There's a few options here. We could counter it, but I could counter it with Ice Fang. Could counter it with Ice Fang. Spell Stutter can counter Obosh later. Sort of the reason to wait. We counter... Next turn, I could Fallen Shinobi as well. I think I counter Force of Negation, get rid of Spell Stutter, plan to Ice Fang here. I kind of want to Ice Fang. Let me Ice Fang to see if I draw a blue card, and we'll force. We're going to be chump blocking with Ice Fang here, and we'll have the push to kill the Fangs. This feels more correct than just Spell Stutter. Alright, Spell Stutter's not as interesting now. Yeah, because I'm going to do Shinobi next. And we're going to chump here. There's a Blood Moon. That's fine. That's fine. Just going to block with the 1. And then I'll Fatal Push here. I'm debating just Fatal Pushing this one. They gain a little bit more life here. We'll have another chump blocker as well. They have Obosh. They gain a lot of life here. I'm not so worried about the life gain. I'm more worried about getting Shinobi in with 1 chump blocker up and preserving my life total a little bit in the future. Alright, so Breeding Pool can come into play untapped safely. We have a flying unblockable, basically. We get to Ninjutsu in, because Blood Moon doesn't matter. Now we lose our fairy, but we get a nice big chunky 5/4, and we get whatever cards they give us, which is a bunch of lands. Garbage. I like garbage. Garbage is my favorite thing. So we're taking 4 this turn. Obosh is a 3/5, so we trade with Fallen Shinobi. There's our Arbor Elf. If they get frisky here and attack with everything, that'd be good for us. Alright, Obosh is into play. We're taking 4 this turn, plus the Bitter Blossom. I at least get to Abrupt Decay Arbor Elf, swing, and probably try to find something for the Obosh, like a blocker. It's an Astrolabe. Let's draw a card. Prismatic. I'm going to get rid of the Arbor Elf here. I'm going to go ahead and swing with Fallen Shinobi. If they don't block, I get cards. If they do block, they lose Obosh here. And then we have a Fairy versus a Kitchen Finks. I'll be at 5 life. Nice. So it gets through, so we're hoping to hit something here that can block. Oh, I don't hit anything. We need more. We'll have green, green, blue, blue, so I need black. My opponent says thanks. Because I went over 2 lands, I presume. I am going to 1, you are correct. Doesn't mean I can't draw. Doesn't mean I can't draw some really nice things here. Specifically, Euro Titan. Down to 1. Got to play all the way to the out. Well, we don't draw anything here. I'm dying anyway, so let's see what else we can grab here. Maybe they have something that kills Bitter Blossom for me. No, apparently I'm just going to flood out everywhere. Apparently I'm just going to flood out their side, our side, everyone's side. Flood out everywhere. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. They're coming. We're almost there. Let's bring this Assassin's Trophy in. I need a little more oomph in my removal. I'm going to drop 1 Fatal Push. I'm on the play. Call no, I'm flooding. I'm flooding. Ah! I'm going to have a 1 of Thoughtseize as well. That Sordid Shuffle. It's funny because we had the 1 of Bitter Blossom. We thought we'd be able to carry it from there, but we didn't. We didn't. It's okay. So we draw like an Assassin's Trophy, get 2 blockers there. You know, we could keep going forward. You never know. Let's spike that 1 Thoughtseize here. Take a really good card. Look at this no-lander. What a champion. What a champion. Look at this 1-lander. No green mana. Champion great decks here. Mulligan again. Here we go. I got my Thoughtseize. I asked for that card. I mulligan to 5. They mulligan to 6 so far. So this turn 1 Thoughtseize is looking pretty tasty. I guess I get rid of 2 Fallen Shinobis because I'm going to whiffle them back into the deck. Do they want to go to 5? They don't. Whoa, 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 whoa. These 2. I wanted to play Misty. Alright, we are playing a little bit into Blood Moon here, but we're not going to worry too much because we have Astrolabe. Thoughtseize. Alright, so I have an answer for Arbor Elf. God of Destiny is excruciatingly hard for us to deal with. So I'll probably get rid of that. And Seasoned Pyromancer does dig. It does dig, but I don't think I can deal with the God of Destiny. So we'll take God of Destiny here. They'll play Arbor Elf, and we'll snag it off here. Trinisphere is kind of interesting to see. It's a thing. Lots of tasty stuff. More like only 2 things. I don't care about that. Trinisphere. They're going to really hate me about this Fatal Push. He's back from outer space. Ice Fang Kotal, let's go. Come on. I'll take a land. Shoot this off before their turn, pass turn. Alright, so I need a cantrip of some sorts here. That'd be great. Stomping Ground. Maybe a 1-drop, maybe Stomp. Utopia Sprawl. That's pretty good for them because of the Trinisphere. They got this out under the Trinisphere. Force of Negation's not a bad one to have open here. I presume they'll attempt a Trinisphere over other things. I'll probably just force it, because if I leave it and it lands, it's just not very good. It's pretty pathetic, actually, because I can't ever force a negation properly. So we'll just get rid of that. Let's just get it out of here. 4th land, we're good on Shinobi Mana Ninjutsu. I presume a Seasoned Pyromancer is going to be coming here soon. Depends on what else they have in their hand, but I presume it's Seasoned. Trinisphere, okay. Fair enough. They do get the Trinisphere down. Looks like I'm just going to get a Fallen Shinobi down. No trickery here, no trickery. Fetch land, fetch. Grab Waterlogged, kill Seasoned Pyromancer. Could be a thing. Seasoned Pyromancer looking for their 5th land to get Obosh down. Gets rid of 2 cards here. Stomp. Or sorry, Bone Crusher Giant. It's a 4/3. Oh. Oh. Let's cantrip first. That's not very good. Alright. Noble Hierarch. We'll play our land. This Exalted trigger makes this big enough to kill Bone Crusher, which is really pretty decent, actually. 6/5. I don't assume that they're going to allow this to hit. They let it hit. I'm not casting anything due to the Trinisphere, unfortunately, because Trinisphere makes them pay 3, so we'll just have to move on from that for this turn. But next turn, perhaps. It's an interesting tech piece here with the Fallen Shinobi preventing me. Kind of annoying. Obosh here could come down, trade with Fallen Shinobi. They can get in for a set of damage here. Oh, Glorybringer's really good. Glorybringer kills Fallen Shinobi here. So we're going to take 8, go to 6. We're only taking 4. Well, Abrupt Decay is not very good. We would have had some great things off that flip from the Shinobi too, but the Trinisphere stopped all of that. So just play Obosh, put down Bone Crusher Giant. Looks like we're going to fall just short this game as well. Namely due to this. Exiling that Bone Crusher and that Kitchen Finks was a bit brutal. A bit brutal. I'm not entirely sure if there's anything in the deck that we could draw here. Because Glorybringer with Obosh in play is going to kill us. I need an Assassin's Trophy here, and then I need another Assassin's Trophy and some way of not losing to a Seasoned Pyromancer after this, I think. So Assassin's Trophy here. It's a chump blocker, but they just exert here and they kill the Seer, so they got us. This is probably close to one of the tier 1 decks though, so I'm not too unhappy with our how we did there. There we go. Euro would have gained us some life and been able to perhaps block. Anyway, we continue on. We're currently 1 and 2, not too bad so far. Holding our own against some of the big name decks out there. For sure. We hit some really bad things with that Shinobi too. We hit lands both times. We've hit in a lot of lands actually this entire league. Fields, Wooded Foothills. They had the Trinisphere, which was really good tech against our Shinobi. Just happens to be a main or a sideboard staple of the Obosh list. Match 4 here. We get to play first. Yeah, let's go for it. Let's play risky here. Let's get a Noble Hierarch down off a Breeding Pool. Just hope they have no removal here. We'll get an Ice Fang Kotal plus Noble Hierarch. We'll be off to the races. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. Alright, go ahead, opponent. Go ahead. F6 through their turn. We have no actions. We draw a lot of Shinobis. We're meant to draw a lot of Shinobis, but we seem to be drawing them a little bit heavier in this league. Maybe a heavy Shinobi hand for this example here should have been just mulled, because you wouldn't have the 2 cards, the Fallen Shinobi. You can ditch one of those for potentially a better card. Potentially. Cavern of Souls. Alright, well, they're not going to kill my my Noble. Naming Elementals. Interesting. A red Elemental. Deciding not to. Land drop, please. I'm going to play the Seer over the Ice Fang here. This should guarantee probably my next 2 draws. Two lands is what I'm looking for. Bottom of this. We can top this. It is a land. It's not a great land, but it is a land. We'll pass here. My opponent's on elementals of sorts. Probably be leading with a Euro here. Leading with a Euro, leaving 1 Noble Hierarch up. That way, if I top deck another green-blue land, I can play the Ice Fang. Smoke Braider here. Alright, blue-green. Now, we did have 4 mana here to get a Shinobi in. I was trying to hit something a little bit more potent here with land drops and making sure we got in. Plus, the Noble Hierarchs are already doing enough for us. And being an elemental deck, I don't see much I'm going to hit that's going to really benefit us. This coming turn, we can definitely put a Shinobi in if we'd like to. The elemental. That's true. I would get the lands if I hit them off their stuff, which looks like they drew into a land. This is a fair assessment, Ernbeep. Sick new card for your EDH. What's that, Goblin? Have you posted in Evan's Discord? Smoke Braider. draws. A lot of lands. The Tabernacle. The Tabernacle. Dang. Alright, let's go ahead and ninjutsu this time. Maybe we can hit some cool cards too. In worst case scenario, I get to Fairy Seer after this. Ooh. I'm Markman. Hey, thank you for the Twitch Prime. You get these sweet emotes. Should I just like Fairy Seer here first? I should probably Fairy Seer. And then just double down on the Risen and the Phantasmal images. Maybe we can set some top deck stuff up. Oh, I don't really want this. I don't want either of these cards. We've got better draws than that. Got a Fatal Push. And I'm just gonna clone this. Now we like, ooh, the engine. Put that into play tap. Put that into play tapped. The engine. I have Force of Negation. Not that they play too many things here. Got a Fatal Push as well. Got a way to sacrifice, get rid of the Risen Reef. That was a good turn. Not to mention I got a bonus Shinobi here for this Seer that's going to come down. Smack him in the face. Probably pitching Ice Fang Kotal if I am pitching anything. Don't target this, please. No touchy, no touchy. No touchy. I could just swing with everything, too, at this point. This is going well. Who's the elemental deck now? Exactly. Exactly. Opponent's reconsidering everything they're about to do. Plus we have Euro over here. Okay, the Harbinger goes and gets something. They stack these appropriately. They get to go get it and draw it. Puts another Risen Reef on top. Now it's their turn. Now it's their turn. They're like, hold. This is how you elemental. They're popping off. I'm about to start popping off with them too. This Force Indication's so dead in hand. It's unbelievable. Thunderkin. I like a little hasty. I like a little hasty. Land. What else you got for me? I'm attacking you in the air. Friendly. Friendly. Settle Mariner. Okay. Okay. There's a little bit of ramp there. Can we keep up with this? I mean, they're all X1s. Oh, I should have forced a negation that. I wasn't paying attention. Maybe I want my Ice Fang. It's another threat in the air. I should have, whatever. I don't care. I don't care. Alright. Let's go ahead and attack with the Fairy Seer here. Should have probably attacked with the Fallen Shinobi as well. That was maybe a misclick. Alright, swap it out. Swap it out, swap it out. Shinobi in. Oh. Hold on, opponent. Hold on. You're not allowed to do that. Blue, black. Force of negation does work. Ta-da! They're taking 5. They're going to 3 here. Let's see what we get. Vesper Lark. Hee, it's a flyer. Draw some cards. On the battlefield. No. I don't want to pay life. Into the hand. I wonder if I'm supposed to Fatal Push the Risen Reef so they don't just like super pop off here. Or if I'm supposed to Sear. I probably just like Fatal Push since I got another flyer here. Oh, I can't because of the Mariner. Well, shoot. Well, shoot. Bottom. Alright. Well, I don't know if they can really attack and kill me here, but we're gonna find out. Maybe the top like 5 cards are not elementals. In the elemental deck, maybe they're not. And so maybe they won't pop off too crazy here. Besides, we're representing a 3 in the air. So there is that. Okay, Skelemental's a good amount of damage. I can block, and I can leave these 2. That's a lot more damage. Okay, 6, 12, 13, 14. How many can I block? I can block 3. 6, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Looks like about 16-ish damage coming through. Might have to block more, but that's if they attack all out, and then I have the win on the crackback, so they got to be careful about this. Oh gosh, is it another Skelemental? Did they literally just draw 3? Oh my gosh. I'm dying. I'm dying. They're gonna make me math this out, aren't you? Aren't you? Aren't you? Begins combat. I'm gonna lose my entire hand here. This isn't bad. I have 3 damage in the air. This isn't bad at all. They need to swing with more. Math is for blockers. Math is for winners. So I just block like this. This is 1 damage anyway, and I just doesn't matter, right? How much is this? I'm gonna block. I take 1, 12, 13 damage. I'm gonna take 13. Sure. I'll lose my entire hand. Poof. By hand. Teamer battle rage me. Do it. A lot of things could kill me. I just gotta respect that they're at 3. I left 3 damage on the board. 3 damage. I can't go below 3 because then they don't have to tap these. So pitch. My out is the creatures in my hand. And if they have some way to burn me out, maybe I play Euro V4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. I suppose I could have blocked one more here and left one Vesperlark here with the Noble Hierarchs. But now doing this, if they had something like removal, and if they played it before, I don't know. It made sense to leave the 2 and go just to 4 instead of saving one more point of life. White. They have their own Vesperlark. They evoke it as well, so it will go away here. They can Phantasmal Image here to copy my Vesperlark to create a flyer. Pretty good for them. Pretty good. There's a Phantasmal Image to copy a flyer, right? A Vesperlark. Okay. So they've copied a Vesperlark. So now I need a removal spell. Push off the top one time. Alright, so I have a Fairy Seer, so what I can do here is I can actually look, then Euro, and then see if we can kill them. I need anything that tags the Vesperlark here. Spell Stutter does not. Astrolabe technically does not. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I need to put both of these on the bottom, and then I need a Euro here. 1, 2, 3, 4. A Fallen Shinobi would do it too. So I need a removal spell or a Fallen Shinobi here. Come on. Right here. Removal? It's not a removal. Thinking. Attack, attack, attack. They're going to get back a Thunderkin here. Shinobi's going to kill something, and when Vesperlark dies here, they're going to get a Vesperlark back. I get an Ice Fang. I think we do this. So you got to block with 2 things here. There's block 1. Toughness. Blocking a little more aggressive here. You gotta block with something. I would just chump with a Risen Reef. That works too. So they take a point of damage. We have some Vesperlark triggers. Mine hits Ice Fang Codal. Theirs can hit Vesperlark. They can bring back a Skelemental that would die. They can bring back Flamekin so they can grab anything. I don't have Collective Brutalities to hit. It says power. Power 1 or less. That's fine. So then it doesn't. It gets a Risen or a Flame. Flamekin. So they get a Risen Reef. They draw some things. We get an Ice Fang. I'm gonna be so sad if this is a removal spell. It was one more deeper. It's a 1-drop into play. Maybe I can use the Abrupt Decay in such a fashion that they end up doing the math wrong. Maybe. I mean, they don't have too much that's going to hit me here. I have a stop at the beginning of combat. If I feel like the reanimation of Thunderkin would kill us, then I'll kill it, possibly. I can also use the Abrupt Decay as a way to remove a flyer, because I have 2 flyers now. Sorry, I have 3 flyers. Bonus Thunderkin. Okay. Like I said, when they go to combat, I'll probably pick one of these off now that I have Euro here. Euro plus Noble Hierarch. We'll do the math briefly before we let them combat us. What is this, Omnath? If this is Omnath, I think we lose anyway. Yeah, it does. It does. Bummer. The Abrupt Decay was literally 1 more down. It's a shame. It was a shame. We dug really hard for it, too. Dang. It's so good, too. That was a good game. It was a good game. All right. We're going to bring, I guess, Collective Brutality over Force. I saw that they had to Dismember. Is that worth it, though? Probably not. Just Collective Brutalities and maybe some Thought Seizes. One less Fallen Shinobi, 1 Thought Season. Let's try that. Removal. Need them to not go kind of bonkers there with the Risen Reefs. If we can do that, then we may have a shot here. Their value engine definitely is much quicker than ours. We'll keep this hand. We'll ramp out a little bit. Ice Fang for the in the air, and then we'll Fallen Shinobi them. We'll start with what looks to be like a basic for this Astrolabe. See what we can do. We've been 1 card away a couple times tonight. Even with all our digging power. Primal Beyonds. Vesper Lark. Aether Vial. So I get to try to beat an Aether Vial. Okay. Start with a Astrolabe here. Just pass the turn. Putting Ice Fang into play, then Fallen Shinobi over the top. That'll be a turn 3 Shinobi. Seems pretty good. This is kind of the reason to have the Nobles as well. A little bit of the acceleration for one thing. Just hits for 1. I don't think I want to block this. A little Ice Fang action. Ooh. Oh, dang. All of this is relatively good, too. How brutal will it be if I don't Collective Brutality or Fatal Push here? I can do a lot next turn. Let's go get a Watery Grave. I think I've convinced myself we're going to go ahead and Ice Fang here. We'll do Fallen Shinobi, and then I'll try to remove everything so I get another go with Fallen Shinobi. And then we'll get a cantrip as well with our Ice Fang. Not to mention we hit him for 5. Maybe have a few things here. And I can't cast my Sunbaked. Had to play a land to get Shinobi in. Alright, so we got a 1/1 Elemental Shaman here. Not bad, I suppose. Ideally here we're going to have a Collective Brutality plus the Fatal Push to get rid of anything that's happening here. If they do have a Skelemental, they do get to take a few things. Looks like just Risen Reef, so we're going to have to deal with Risen Reef for exactly 1 turn before I take care of it here. Worst case for us is a Thunderkin off this Aether Vial on 2 after killing the Risen Reef. It would be a pain. Bitter Blossom. I could check the hand here too. Do I pitch to check the hand? I don't have anything that's like going away, so the Risen Reef gets to stay there unless I Collective Brutality the Risen Reef. Let's go ahead and just kill the Risen Reef here. Then we have the Fatal Push on the Thunderkin. And a shock in here. I want a Fatal Push now. That way they don't get a blocker here. They'll have to use the Aether Vial to block with. Looks like they don't care. My opponent doesn't care. A Dismember is going to be nice because it's a removal at the end step here. Get an Abrupt Decay as well. I don't even think I want to play this Noble Hierarch. I think we're in good shape. They won't Aether Vial anything in because I have the Dismember now. And the Abrupt Decay should hit quite a few things. Not to mention it could hit the Aether Vial if I wanted it to. Three drop. It's totally fine. A little Risen Reef. No problems. No problems. A true contest of the untiered. What are you talking about? At least tier 3.2. It's a donation list. It's actually a bunch of fun to play too. And it holds its own against the big decks. Holds its own. The water's drawing on your nerves. Zale, calm down. Become zen. Become the zen. So we have Vesper Lark evoked. This is just silly because they get it back and they do the Risen Reef anyway. I allow this to resolve. When they evoke and they target, maybe they'll target something other than Risen Reef, but I presume it will be the Risen Reef here. When this next Risen Reef comes back, I Abrupt Decay this Risen Reef. Hopefully it's just Thunderkin. I can deal with a Thunderkin. I'll let that resolve. We don't have black, you're right. You're right, because I needed it for the Fatal Push. Collective Brutality and Fatal Push. You're right. Wow. I can't do anything here. We'll get him next turn. Gets Thunderkin. He has to attack with Thunderkin. I can bring the Ice Fang in and kill the Thunderkin. Harbinger. popping off. They're doing their thing. Shriek Maw. Destroy target non-black creature. Okay. What are we destroying? Noble. Well. We'll float the mana. So Shriek Maw dies to 3/2. Play Ice Fang as an extra. Draw. Seer. I don't presume they'll attack. They need defenses here. Oh, they just attack. They're going to get back Vesperlark as a flyer. Attacking and tapped. Okay, so I come in for 3 now. I kind of want to kill the Thunderkin here, but I also kind of just want all my options. I'm going to block Thunderkin here. Trade it off. I can Abrupt Decay the Risen Reef, and then I can put a Bitter Blossom into play. Risen Reef off the Evoked Vesperlark. Land drop. Astrolabe. Start with a Seer here, see what I'm going to draw. Don't want really any of this. I don't want any of that. Guess I'll attack. Kind of hoping they might double chump block here, and then I can use the Abrupt Decay. 1 block. Alright, I'll leave Abrupt Decay open here. I should probably have this out before this Aether Vial goes off. Well, in response to the Aether Vial, or in response to the first cast. Alright. Less draws here. Not that it means a whole lot here, but we'll see. We'll see what the 3-drop is. Skelemental. Draws. Oh my gosh, are they just going to double Skelemental me? Like last time? This is lethal. Ah! Alright, opponent. Plenty of Skelementals. Each time they've been able to get us with a bunch of Skelementals and take our life total way down. There's a Fatal Push that was coming as well. Dang. Pretty good from our opponent. Alright, we're 1-3. Looking to salvage this league. Trying to get 2-3. So many Last Gods. So many. That being said, I think that deck draws just a little bit more than us. And having Fatal Push as our main kill when they have the Risen Reefs just doesn't synergize very well. Unfortunately. Unfortunately. Alright, we'll find match number 5 here. Match number 5. We may not get to our second league tonight. which I don't know why. Maybe it's because this one took a little longer. Make it look smooth? We'll try, Last God. We'll try. It's been really good. In some funny way, the Fallen Shinobi would have done really well against Obosh without a Trinisphere. And in that deck, we were doing all right. We just missed the Abrupt Decay there. If we would have had the Abrupt Decay, we would have had lethal. Stan Lee's our opponent. We've played against Stan Lee a few times. A few times. Removal, draw, Seer, and we got a Luris deck. Alright, we'll keep because we have the removal. We have a few things to dig, and we'll find something here. Yeah. Losing the die roll. Top deck's been a little bit hard on us. Overgrown Tomb tapped. So it looks Jund-like. Hey, thank you for the follow. Appreciate that. Let's go ahead and get this Noble Hierarch down so we have lots of options this next turn. Noble Hierarch into play. Person's going to have perhaps a 2-drop here that we'll deal with. You're on Elementals. Oh, we would have had you, except the very next card when we dug with Euro was a land instead of the Abrupt Decay. When you had the Vesper Lark in play, I would have had just enough if I would have been able to dig one more. What's up, Sorby? How's it going, Sorby? It's good to have you here. All right, Stomping Ground, Overgrown Tomb. We got Jund-Luris. Jund-Luris. 2-drop. Farseek. Why do you need to ramp with Luris? Permanence. What are we doing here? It was. Yeah, I think in overall it was very good. Termagurf. Thanks for the follow. It's a trap. Luris Field the Dead deck? I have not heard of that. That's crazy. Let's play Seer. Let's see what our next couple draws are. Spell Stutter and an Ice Fang. I almost want to bottom both of these. Feel like I can do better. Do I dare go to 18? It's always a question. It's always a question. We're not going to go to 18. We're going to avoid doing that. We'll pass turn. We'll put an extra prowess, or sorry, exalted trigger. We'll see if we get lucky. Digging for something like a Force of Negation wouldn't be bad. Then I'd feel better about going to 18. Castle, tapped. Gonna probably just jam Luris. I'm gonna get to Abrupt Decay this. It's not really getting any value here currently. No real value. Start with an Astrolabe. Lets me draw again. Ice Fang. I guess I could go to 18. 18, get this Fatal Push going. Sort of race my opponent here. Sort of. Double Exalted, 3 damage, 14 to 18. They need 3 more lands here. I have the Ice Fang Codal coming down as well. Drawing me a card. Gets rid of the Luris. The Luris is just a random card to, I guess, play with this Rugscape Shift. It's not really in colors, though. Could be Bring to Light. Bring to Light. Wrath? It's a 4-drop. I haven't seen a Hunting Wilds in a while since my Escape Shift days. Gonna ramp them double down here. We're one land away from dying to Escape Shift. Force off the top would be really, really good. They're just a Escape Shift deck. They're a Bring to Light Escape Shift deck. Oh! Yes, please. I'm already low enough. Let's go all the way. In we go. Second time tonight. I can call Force. That's the only card I can call in the deck. Down to 11, my opponent goes. Alright. So. One reason to not have tapped the 2 for Bitter Blossom here would be on the event that they have Scape Shift plus a Remand, Mana Leak, or something like that. So if they have exactly those patterns of cards, you're welcome to punt me. However, I don't think they have those. And so, with that, we'll be okay. We got this. Opponent thinks they're good. Look at that. We're fine. Breeding Pool. Now I can avoid a Remand or even a Mana Leak here. Let's attack for 3 in the air. Down to 8. Down to 8. Now I could get really kind of cheeky with a... Oh. We have something that kills us? Electrolyze? Oh gosh. Are they running on Electrolyze? I have to let it go. Exalted triggers still go off. That is the very strange one there. I don't know why they wouldn't ping Seer and maybe 1 Noble or something. Okay. Next turn we hit for 3 again. We have Force here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. They have 8 mana. 9 mana. Floating some mana here. Floating it all. Not this Misty, though. We're not going to float that Misty. That's just silly. Now we're going to float the Misty. We'll get like a Breeding Pool or something without a red source. Alright. So now we can't get around a Remand, which will be really interesting if that's exactly what they've just now played around after mentioning it. There's a Bring to Light for 4 colors. I'll let that resolve. Scape Shift. Obviously going to counter that. Okay. We live on. They've got rainbow colors here. No second Scape Shift. Needing another Force or something else to protect myself from one more attempted Escape Shift. I need the turn here. Okay. They destroy my Bitter Blossom, so it makes it a 3-turn clock. Makes it a 3-turn clock. Draw. Nothing good. We'll attack. Pass turn. Where's the Blood Moon? It was in the potential second deck tonight, although we're coming up to when I'm kind of getting close to getting off. The league's taking a bit longer. I'm doing alright, though. Doing alright. Yeah, we definitely need that Blood Moon. They'd still be able to bring to light for their Maelstrom Pulse. This version should be running it based on them having black. Two cards. Do they get to repeat this? The answer is yes. Bring to light were the two cards that they had. The top 20. I need to see it cast, though. There we go. Bring to light. By the way, they're holding up Scapeshift mana this time. I feel like they have a Scapeshift in hand as well, in case I have another force. Make sure they have enough lands here. They should. They should be able to do way more than 18, but I'm curious what they'll pick here. Rug Scapeshift, huh? Huh? Rug Scapeshift. Thoughtseize, I guess. Collective Brutalities. Could even argue a Damping Sphere is kind of interesting. Assassin's Trophy is a little bit more interesting than Abrupt Decay, depending on how they fetch and what they have. You can knock off a mountain. Because they're Bring to Light, they're probably playing 11 mountains. 12 if they want to be really greedy with it. Alright. They got us. They got us. Double Valk. It's 42-ish damage, give or take. Give or take. Alright, let's just do these. Let's go ahead and strip out Fatal Pushes here. Bitter Blossom's a bit awkward. Let's go ahead and take the Thoughtseizes as options as well. No Abrupt Decays. We don't have much to hit, but Fallen Shinobi is a clock. Let's take one Thoughtseize out, one Fallen Shinobi, and run that. So we need fairies in here so the Spellstutter Sprite can counter. We have the Bitter Blossom, which could put a clock on. We have the Fallen Shinobi. And then we have Collective Brutality and Thoughtseizes to take and gain life. This opening hand's atrocious. It's mulligan. Okay, I can put a Fallen Shinobi back. This hand's a bit better. We look like we are going to take enough damage, though, that they'll be good to get us. Let's bottom. I don't want to be playing that Thoughtseize. I'd rather be playing this Spellstutter Sprite on turn 2 to stop a ramp spell here. Ice Fang. I could also just collect a Brutality here. Let's just plan to counter. We'll go get a Breeding Pool, counter this spell on 2, then we'll be hitting them for 2 a turn. Follow that up with a Collective Brutality, and we'll be off to the races. Watery Grave for our opponent. They're at 18. So the 2-drop I want to counter. So that's fine 2-drop to counter. It is a ramp spell. It's actually good to see this one instead. We got the wrong land. Whoops. Next thing we should be doing is Collective Brutality. This should have been an Overgrown Tomb. We'll get rewarded. We'll get rewarded. There we go. Alright, in for 2. We'll do the Collective Brutality. Just one mode. Because I gotta go get like a Watery Grave here. Never didn't have it. Let's just grab an instant or sorcery here. Alright, we have a remand, we have a cryptic. I kind of just want to take the cryptic. And just never plan to play another spell. Cryptic's kind of annoying. Let's take that. Remand's not as annoying. Both draw a card, but Cryptic could time walk us for one turn. It's the better of the two cards, I suppose. Valakut tapped here. And they do have Remand open. Land drop, please. It would allow me to play Shinobi next. Do they counter this? I highly doubt it. In it goes. Shinobi's coming down next. Shinobi's ready. Land drop. Remand 2 unknowns here. I think I want to bounce Spell Stutter. In we go. Spell Stutter is probably the best thing for us to bounce here. It is a counter in the future. Ninja. Snapcaster. Okay. We have a Snapcaster here. We're already past blockers, so we do our damage. I hit a remand. What? We took a land from them. I suppose this coming turn I could Assassin's Trophy this and Spell Stutter and get in for 5-6. That seems dangerous. Do we have a Wrath effect? Maelstrom Pulse. Well, okay, I'm not going to be doing what I just said I was thinking of doing. Hits for 2. Opponent still has this Remand. Luckily, this Misty hits actually quite a few of our lands. Get an Overgrown too. Force is a nice one here. We'll hit for 2 past turn. We have Spell Stutter plus Force. Spell Stutter for something on 2, Force for anything larger. Misty Rainforest. 2 unknowns. I played a lot of Rugscape Shift. I know what's going on over there. Or I think I know what's going on. Cracks Misty, floating one green. Floating that green. Gets an island. Only 1 green, so they only can do Search for Tomorrow. That is okay. End step, I could play Ice Fang twice and get an extra card. We know it's Remand plus an unknown spell. Maybe I don't care about this Remand. I don't even try to put the Ice Fang. You know what? I'm not going to even bother. We win this race anyway. I know what card I have to beat. It's the other card in their hand. I'm not even going to play this Noble. We don't need to. We have 2 counter spells. Force for whatever card it is. And the Spell Stutter for the Remand. And if they Remand the Force negation, I get to force it with the Ice Fang as well. We've got this well covered. This is an Anger. You attack for that too. This looks like Anger the Gods. I will force this. Or attempt to. They can remand it now. And what I can do here is I could attempt to go further here with the spell stutter. What I could also do is let this be remanded, force it with the spell stutter, or force it with the Ice Fang and leave spell stutter. But if I spell stutter this, they don't get the draw, and that's kind of what's interesting. So what's better here for us? I mean, I'm just playing Noble next turn, right? Noble with a spell stutter to back it up for another 2-drop here. I have the win here. I just take this. I now exile, pitching Ice Fang. I play Noble Hierarch into play and spell stutter, and I hit for 3. We're good. Now we're really, really good. Double Exalted, in for 3. 2 counters. Found the line. All right, we got to win one more. Got to win one more. I think what we have here is good. I don't see any changes. The only way they were beating us down was a random Snapcaster Mage. You believe, Last God, you believe. I think that was a good play, too. We got what we needed that last game. Got just what we needed. It is close, though. All right, good 7, good 7. On the draw, Thoughtseize, Collective Brutality. This isn't bad. Don't have really much interaction. My opponent's mulled to 6. Let's go ahead and keep. You can go get a basic as well. Take a little bit less life. Try to keep them from killing me at 18. Well, I guess I'm not because I'm going to Thoughtseize them. We can gain the life back with Collective Brutality. Alright, so we have a 2-drop here. Looks like we got a 2-drop. Let's go ahead and nail him with the Thoughtseize. We have a Secure a Tribe, Electrolyze, and a Remand. Electrolyze is kind of annoying for just our creatures in general, and it's a cantrip. Tribe Elder draws them a card, or ramps them. Let's take the Electrolyze. I could take the Remand. If I take the Remand, they'll draw a card. They're going to play Secure Tribe Elder. I can then Collective Brutality. The following turn, Noble, Blade. I'm going to take the Electrolyze. They're going to play the Tribe Elder. I'm going to Collective Brutality, the Remand, or whatever card they draw. And then we'll have Noble, Blade. So they have Swamp plus Unknowns. There's no real reason to try to ditch more cards here, I don't think. I could ditch one. I could do 2 modes, go back to 18. Kind of don't mind that. Ditch the Polluted Delta. We're likely to hit again, and if I do this, then I could extend the game one more turn. And what I mean by hit again, we're likely to hit a land or something. So we have a Farseek and a Remand. I almost don't mind this Remand at this point. The Farseek is kind of frustrating to see here. It ramps. And we played around the Remand last time. Let's take the Farseek here. And then we have 3 1-drops. If they want to cash in the Remand as a cantrip, that's fine. Basic land, it should be a forest here. I'm going to go with Island because they have Cryptic in the deck. That's fair. I would think Forest because they have Hunting Wilds. If Farseeks, they have a lot more green in the deck. Alright, so Remand. Remand a beat. Start with a Noble. Watch this get mana leaked. That'd be totally fine. So they remand it. We get to replay. And then I get an Astrolabe here. And now we'll have a little bit extra mana next turn. There we go. Plenty of mana. I need action. Extra green. We're at 5 cards here. 5 lands, sorry. 2 cards for my opponent. We draw a Fairy Seer. Just gonna get all the basics. All the basics in the world. Start with Fairy Seer to see what else we're gonna draw. Astrolabe can then draw it. I like both of these cards. Probably put a land into play. Put on top, put on top. We'll draw the Fairy, and I guess I'll hit with 1 with the Noble Hierarch here. Fairy does kill something on 2 currently. Nothing higher, though. But 2 could be Tribes, Elder, Farseeks, Remands. We're keeping the Ice Fang because it does draw us and it gives at least an extra body on the battlefield. Are we in a great spot? No. Electrolyze would be awful. What is this? 5? Bring to Light for Hunting Wilds. So we're probably dead next turn if I don't have a hard counter. Madcap. Platinum Emporium. Okay. I don't feel so bad about that because now I have the Ice Fang. I'm going to hide the Ice Fang now. We'll just attack with the Fairy Seer, which does nothing, but just want to entice them. This gives us a little bit of information here about what's going on. There's an argument to playing Ice Fang to avoid something like Cryptic here, but they haven't really had luck with their land drops, so fingers crossed they go ahead and attack. They have Damnation as their choice of Wrath. It's good to know. Here we go. Draw. Naturally. And we get the block, and it has Death Touch. Bow-bow! There we go. Got lucky. Not bad to be lucky. Assassin's Trophy is not terrible. Let's draw with Astrolabe here. Euro? Breeding Pool. We can put that in the play tab. Hit for 2 past turn. I almost want a Bitter Blossom. I hate to say it, but getting more here would be better. More fairies. 2 damage at a time is not going to be enough, I don't think. I need a Shinobi. I need a Euro here. I need something else. 1, 2, 3, 6, 7. They have enough to scape shift me here. So. Opponent scape shifts. Gonna sacrifice some stuff. We really only have the out of they don't fetch properly here. And I can Assassin's Trophy and maybe get lucky. But they're going to do exactly 18 to us. But we'll give it a shot here with the Assassin's Trophy. Basic land, remember. If they go fetch some basic mountains, then we have a shot here to shut this Valakut off. They fetch no basics. We know they have one basic. Maybe they'll fetch the wrong basic. I'm going to hit a blue one to hope that maybe they'll... I haven't F6'd right yet. So our only hope here is that I go ahead and hit the steam vents and they're like, oh, I need an island for a cryptic instead of going and getting their mountain. You don't hit Valakut because it doesn't matter. The triggers are already on the stack. So if we see basic mountain here, my opponent's got us. Should be basic mountain. And it is. I like the in the play tapped. There you go. Escape Shift's got us. Shinobi Ninja Fae getting kind of kicked around. Kind of kicked around, unfortunately. 1-4. 1-4, though. Not a clean sweep. But a painful one. There you go. There's the list. What could be improved? I think one more Euro, one less Noble wouldn't be a bad start. A lot of people online have said, what about Ninja of the Deep Hours? I'm more on the line of playing the Spell Stutter sprites over that. Part of me wants to put one Fatal Push out as well and bring an extra like Bitter Blossom in. Just as an option. And then maybe, realistically, a few more counters in the sideboard. I actually understand the Thought Seizes, but I'm thinking like Mana Leak, Force of Negation, Cryptic Command, Remand even. There is a Dimir ninja. There's a few ninjas that cost less, but the idea of this list is to leverage tempo and get your opponent's things. And from there, the idea is that you take over kind of using your stuff and their stuff. That's the general idea as I understand it. But I think the deck needs maybe a couple more just counters that are more hard counter than just Spell Stutter Sprite. Then we'd have something going. Keeping in mind that you need the Spell Stutters for things like Fallen Shinobi. It may just be, and a few people have said it online, just ditching the Nobles altogether. Bringing a pair of Thought Seizes in and a few harder counters. Maybe even a Serum Vision or two. It's more of a Fallen Shinobi deck. You're right, Zale. You are correct. Drown the Lock could be a potential inclusion. I could see that. Vendilion Click maybe as a one of wouldn't be bad either. Brazen Borrow as a one of might not be bad. Fallen Shinobi, I'm wondering if it should be 3 instead of 4. If it goes to 3, I'd definitely just convert one to Euro and then look at these Nobles and try to do something there. Maybe with the Ice Fangs. More flyers here at the 2 slot here. Again, maybe a Bitter Blossom. Maybe Collective Brutalities or Thought Seizes main. Maybe Mana Leaks. But on the whole, it's a great list. It's fun to play. Is it going to win anything huge? Probably not yet, but it's got some potential in there. So, Last God, appreciate the donation. Hopefully you've enjoyed this. We played it a couple times now. Got some, bonus out of here. The Unblockable Changeling has been brought up, and we have seen a list. Emma Partlow put up, and we then played a list with the Changeling in it. I'll be very honest, if you do the Changeling, you need to do the Ninjutsu stuff, and if you're doing that, you're more just a straight Ninjutsu Dimir Ninjas list. This is strictly like a Sultai list. The idea is to cantrip, the idea is to get a Fallen Shinobi, hit for a good amount of damage, and pick up a creature that's going to benefit you in the long run, or progress your game plan. The Sultai Shinobi Fae Ninja, in Modern though. Good list. A lot of fun.